Hello, I'm Bunnery.
I'm Bredmo.
And this is IFXtra. So, how is everyone today? Have you had a good week? It's been okay here, been very cold.
Yes.
It's February though, isn't it? Oh yeah, we had Valentine's Day, that was nice.
Yep.
We've been to the new Paddington film, which is very cool.
It was very cool. It was very cute.
I liked it, yeah. What have you been up to this week then?
Yeah, again, mostly sort of catching up on work following the cat incident. Yeah, sort of all my like, oh yeah, we're gonna like finish up all this stuff by the end of January, and then just gonna be able to do a load of interference for weeks, and it will be great. Kind of went out the window with the cat thing, unfortunately. But the important thing is, Grumble is doing okay.
He's doing great. Yeah.
So
back to terrorising his brother, running up and down the stairs.
Yeah, aside from the massive missing patches of fur where he had to get shaved for his ultrasounds and things, you wouldn't notice anything.
No.
You wouldn't suspect anything had happened, which is great, obviously. So yeah, I'm behind again, basically. So
catching up.
Yeah. Hopefully, managed to get some stuff too. I mean, we're sort of halfway through February now. I mean, I'd be happy if I could get stuff done for the end of March, let's say. You know, that gives me 6 weeks. And then I imagine half of that time stuff will happen and I won't get a chance to do anything. So maybe I could have maybe 3 weeks of time. Anyway, we'll see. But
there it goes.
Yeah,
no plans.
Honestly, I am trying. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Why don't we go and see who won this week's awards? Picture of the week this week goes to Kitty Girl 127 for Birds at the Bird Feeder in Winter. That's just such a beautiful robin. And it's there waiting for the seeds and things. I think it needs filling up as well. But I like the snow on the branches and everything. That's really well done. Nice one, Kitty Girl.
My favourite description this week was Classic Cartoon of a Crow Evicting a Pigeon from the House by Reginald Cosmic. I thought this was a really interesting way of describing the style of the drawing. I hadn't really thought about it, but now that I've had the idea of classic cartoon put into my head, yeah, it really is that kind of style. Like the way that the crow's been drawn. Nice work, Reginald Cosmic.
Community pick of the week this week goes to Jalopenia for a cat stretching its limbs. Focus on the forelimbs. That is a brilliant picture of a cat stretching. It looks amazing, so realistic. Well done, Hollow. They were amazing.
Awesome stuff there as always.
Now we're going to see what we were talking about last week in the forums. So last week in the forums I said, did you ever learn a musical instrument at school, or have you learned to play one since? I had to learn the recorder. That's the first thing you get, isn't it, in this country?
Yeah.
Every primary school, everyone has a recorder.
Yeah. We had a compulsory recorder, which I was terrible at.
Yeah. Did you have a little bag to carry it home in?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. The little yellow ones with like the drawstring.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was terrible at it. For some reason, I just really couldn't pick up reading music.
No, it's hard, isn't it?
Yeah, I really struggled with that. We had compulsory violin as well.
Oh, okay. Was that fun?
Again, I struggled because I couldn't read music, but also they didn't make you buy a violin, which is, just as well. But the school had like violins that were allocated to, but it was one between two. I used to have to share with this guy Tris, and so you'd sort of have it alternate weeks.
Okay.
And they all had on the neck of the violin, is that the word, I guess? They all had little stickers showing you where to put your fingers so you could learn your finger positioning. Okay. Apart from our one didn't. And so I'd always end up with my fingers in slightly the wrong place. And
sounded bad then.
Maybe I would have been better at it if there were the stickers, but maybe I just wouldn't. I mean, the only thing I did have an electric keyboard for a while at home, which I was also quite terrible at because I can't read music. I can play some stuff, but basically I have to I can't read stuff live. I have to memorize the movements of it all. So I can play the Red Dwarf theme music. I can play the first bit of O Come All Ye Faithful. I can play the first bit of the Zombies music from Call of Duty. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I can play a bit out of Sanction, like, you know, that music that was like the loading music on loads of games in the 80s. Yeah, there you go.
Anyway, Nettie says, my first piano teacher I had used to hit my knuckles with a ruler when I played the wrong note. So she was not my teacher for very long. That's horrible, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, I mean, that sort of is a bit like being left-handed in the UK. Fortunately, I mean, we both went to school after that, didn't we? But yeah, it used to be if you wrote with your left hand, they'd smack you over the knuckles.
Tie your hand behind your back or something.
Yeah.
My dad was the one who taught me guitar, just like me. The first song I learnt to play was Green Onions by Booker T and the MGs. The first song I learnt to do was like Little Boxes. Do you know that little song?
You sing that sometimes, don't
boxes,
you? It was on an advert.
Yeah, I used to love that as well. Oh, well. I was lucky it had lots of patience and was a great teacher. He taught himself how to play the guitar. I never needed to read the music of a song. He just played by ear. That's how he taught me. That's really cool, isn't it?
I'm always really impressed when people do that. Like I've seen like I can't think of it was some girl who streams on Twitch, and one of her sort of, I don't know what you call like USPs, like of the stream. One of the interesting things is people go, "Oh, could you play this?" And she like just listens to the music once, like, you know, gets it on Spotify or whatever, and is like, "Okay, yeah," and then just plays it immediately. It's like really cool. Yeah. Sumeria says, my instrument was my voice. I could apparently sing before I could talk. Plus, I learned some piano. I still tinkle about on the keys sometimes, and will never stop singing.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
IFXtra is at school. It was mandatory to play the recorder too. And then when I was 12 years old, I wanted to learn to play the guitar and took some lessons. As an adult, I bought a harmonica to teach myself. Every time I play it, my dog starts crying, so I gave it up. Oh dear.
Yeah, I found that quite funny because that reminds me of when I was playing the violin. Yeah.
Oh dear. Well, you don't have any dog, luckily.
No.
It just sounded like that.
I mean, it was a long time ago, but I feel like my parents' cats probably used to run away when I got the violin out. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, that's it for there. But let's go and have a look at what we'll be talking about next week in the forums. Tell us a riddle, but don't forget to include the answer somewhere. I will start. You see a boat filled with people. It has not sunk, but when you look back, you don't see a single person on the boat. Why?
If you'd like to chime in with that, just head over to the general discussion forum. It's the pin thread for the week, so you'll find it at the top of the thread list. Cool, and don't forget tomorrow night is quiz night. It's Zeitgeist, the quiz with 5 rounds of 5 different topics. Yep, every Sunday night at 7 PM UK time over on twitch.tv/interference run Zeitgeist. The Interference Quiz of the Week. It's a live interactive quiz stream. You play along against the rest of the audience, competing for points and places on the leaderboard. Each round is based on a drawing from Interference. Bunny's picked 5 drawings that caught her eye over the week, and you've used them as inspiration for the rounds. So we won't get to see what the actual drawings and hence topics are until tomorrow night. But would you like to tease us with the names of the featured artists? Okay, this week's artists are June Soup, Dog on a Skateboard, Kitty Girl 127, Mojave, and Roan. So I think some new ones there. Dog on a Skateboard has just reminded me of those Churchill adverts. Okay, cool. So we'll find out what that's all about tomorrow. But what happened last week? Well, last week Darth was the winner with 229. Second came Ceiling Bumps with 223. And third was El Guapo with 212. So all quite good, over 200 scores there. Yeah, over 200 there. Very nice. Okay, so if you want to try and take on last week's winner, then why not join us tomorrow, 7 PM UK, twitch.tv/interference. Yeah, it's loads of fun. Okay, that's all the news for now. Just goes to say. Yeah, if you're not already taking part in the game, then get involved. You can play on the web at playinterference.com or search for Interference in the App Store on your device and download the app. You can also join the chat with us over on Discord, playinterference.com/Discord, where, you know, hey, there's all kinds of chat about games and cats and food and, you know, all of those interesting things that you get on Discord. And if you'd like to give us some monthly support for ongoing maintenance of the game, build a new version of the website, then going to do some new apps, might even try and expand where we have apps. Who knows how that will go. You can find us on Patreon, patreon.com/interference. Patrons become supporters on Interference, so you get access to some extra game modes, you get some cool things like replays, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And if you're a quiz player, you get a custom entrance shout out from Ava.
Oh yes, that's really exciting. Okay, that's it for now. So we'll see you all next Saturday.
Yep, have a great week. We'll see you next Saturday.
Bye-bye.
Bye.